This is Fist Punch, an official regular show browser game by Cartoon Network from 2012, and it's as perfect as a game can get for speedrunning. That's why dozens of players have set themselves the task of playing through the game as quickly as possible over the years, and a small community has formed. I discovered Fist Punch about a month ago and started speedrunning it. At the same time, I joined the Discord server to exchange ideas and chat with other Fist Punch runners. That's how I found out that there had already been a Fist Punch tournament 2 years ago, and when fellow runner Oliver suggested doing another tournament, I was immediately excited about the idea. The only problem was, for a proper tournament we would need 8 players. But since we weren't enough active runners, we decided to just have a race between the 4 of us. So the participants were world record holder Sotalea, 3rd place and world record holder in Bosque percent and no dash percent Oliver, me in 5th place and 6th place Kathy. And so we looked for a date, which wasn't easy as we come from such different time zones, but we managed to agree on October 1st. For me, the tournament was at 8 PM, and so I started practicing about 20 minutes before the start. I was even on a quite good run, only a few seconds behind my record. I think I'm gonna continue this run, even if the tournament is in 10 minutes. But in the 3rd and last level, I made too many mistakes and had to stop the run. Shortly afterwards, we met in the Discord call and discussed the rules. We would all play at the same time and try to get the fastest run possible, while streaming our runs on the Discord server. Only 1 try per round, no resets. I was actually quite confident, as only Kathy and I had played Fist Punch recently. What I didn't expect, however, was that the first run was a no dash percent run. No dash means that you weren't allowed to use the combo ability. After you hit enemies 10 times, you can activate a combo that lets you jump from enemy to enemy and one-hit pretty much every one of them, which is a core mechanic of the game. Unfortunately, I had never played this category. The world record was 16 minutes and 54 seconds by Oliver. However, there was no time to think about any useful tactic, and we all started our run after the countdown ended.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, good luck, buddies.
Good luck.
Big. Alright, cool.
Apart from the fact that the game naturally took much longer and we had to take completely unfamiliar routes, one thing became clear very quickly. The game is much harder without the combo mechanic. While experienced runners die at most once in a run, mostly on the final boss, the first lives were already lost in levels 1 and 2, and I was not spared from this on the second boss. You can see just how difficult the game is without combos in this clip here. I keep getting hit by the shots, and there was not a lot I could do, as usually I would just use a combo to get up there, but that wasn't allowed for this run. The 3rd level is overall by far the hardest one, and so I lost 3 lives and only got 1 bag, so I only had 1 extra life when I got to the final boss. Shortly before that, however, Sotalea lost his last life in level 3 and thus went game over and gave up.
I reached the boss. Oh my god. I died. No! I started from the beginning of level 3. No!
Alright.
It's good.
Okay, I'm at the boss as well.
Okay, I DNF. I don't want to I don't want to continue this run. I'm gonna watch you guys.
You can see now the boss fight in the background. I had reached my last life relatively quickly, and the boss still had 3/4 of his HP, so things were looking very bad for me. But then Kathy went game over during his boss fight against the Night Owl, and therefore was also out.
GG. Oh no! is that? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I only had half HP again relatively quickly, but then this happened.
GG, man. I suffered the same fate there.
That's crazy.
Okay, Lars,
Watch
you
the
got this.
stream. Yeah, you got this.
Oh no.
Lock in.
Oh no.
Yes!
Yeah.
At 23:27. Somehow I had managed to beat the final boss. So, was that it? Had I won the first round? No, not even close. As it turned out, despite all the time that had passed, I, Oliver, was still at the absolute top level and finished after just 19 minutes. But I was still happy with second place. By the way, if you ever want me to do a full analysis of a run, feel free to write it in the comments. The second run we did was boss skip %. Incidentally, this is also a category I've never tried before. You can skip the first 2 boss fights, and if you are expecting some cool, technically demanding trick, get ready for... Yeah, you just go back to the main menu and you can already select the next level. I hope you weren't expecting too much. Oliver took a break during this round, so it was just us 3. In any case, I had a terrible first level, but Sotalea and Kathy were also struggling. The second level was much better, and we were still only a few seconds apart. Sotalea was in the lead, I was in second, and Kathy in third. I accidentally reset my timer doing the second boss fight, so you can ignore the time at the top right. However, due to some really important combos and the bad luck of Sotalea and Kathy, I was the first to reach the final boss, and also the first to beat him, with a final time that I could only calculate afterwards. 8 minutes and 36 seconds, which isn't that fast considering that's 9 seconds slower than my record without the skip. Sotalea finished shortly after with a time of 9 minutes flat and Kathy with a 9:25, so I had won my first run of the evening. After that we took a little break and Kathy and I, who have only recently started speedrunning Fist Punch, got a little history lesson from the other two. Through various topics, we then got onto the subject of what was probably the first complete run on YouTube. After all, the game is already 12 years old, and somehow we came across an 11-year-old video of this guy here. However, it only consisted of one part with just the first level, so we left some good words of encouragement. We have high expectations of you, Mr. Chick Nobody Knows Me, even if you haven't uploaded anything for 10 years. But now back to speedrunning. For the last 2 runs, we played the main category, all levels, so basically any % only without the boss skips. I had an extremely good first level and was only 0.1 second behind my personal best after the boss fight. Only I, Oliver, was a few seconds ahead of me. In the second level, I managed something that I didn't even know was possible. Here, like everywhere else, you first have to defeat all the enemies before you can move on to the next room. I was able to continue my combo because these 2 enemies ran all the way to the right by pure luck. So after defeating them, the first enemy of the next room was already visible. Even though this trick is relatively normal for runs in this game, I didn't know that it would also work at this particular spot. Unfortunately, it didn't help much because I had lost a bit of time in other parts of the level and was 11 seconds behind my record, tied with Sotalea. The only problem again was that I, Oliver, played absolutely crazy well and was 35 seconds ahead of everyone else. In the end, he even broke his personal record. 8 minutes flat. But here comes the catch. He forgot to record his run, so he had beaten us all, but he couldn't submit it for the leaderboard on speedrun.com, as there has to be video proof for all runs. After a good performance in the third level, I finished with an 8:41, only 14 seconds behind my personal best, which I was very happy with. Sotalea just behind with an 8:52, Kefi in 4th place with a 9:48. The fourth and final race was similar, even so similar that it was almost scary. Nobody had a bigger change than 7 seconds compared to the run before. I was only 2 seconds faster with an 8:39, Kefi was 1 second faster with a 9:47, and Sotalea was even on the same time as his last run. So again, the same as in the last round. Oliver destroys everyone with an 8:07, followed by me, then Sotalea and Kefi. And that was basically the little competition we did. If I've piqued your interest in fist punch or speedrunning, or maybe you want to participate in a future tournament yourself, feel free to check out the official speedrun.com page or the fist punch Discord. You'll find everything in the pinned comment. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more of these commentary videos, and check out the other 3 channels too. Thank you for watching.